Natalie and John Shirilla, parents of Mackenzie Shirilla, the girl who has just gotten involved in a fatal accident. Please subscribe.
It's early morning, July 31st, 2022, Strongsville, Ohio. The streets are quiet. The summer air still heavy from the night before. It's the kind of calm that feels like it should last for hours. But on Progress Drive, that stillness is about. Two shattered a silver 2018 Toyota Camry barrels down the empty road. The engine roars. The tires hum against the pavement. 17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla is behind the wheel. Her hands are locked on the steering wheel, knuckles white. Her boyfriend, 20-year-old Dominic Russo, sits in the passenger seat. In the back, 19-year-old Davian Flanagan leans forward slightly, his seatbelt across his chest. The speedometer climbs 80, 90, 100 miles per hour. Ahead, the road narrows. The brick wall of a business complex rises into view. Seconds pass. No brake lights, no swerve. Just acceleration inside the car. The tension is thick. We don't hear the words being spoken. But from later testimony and witness accounts, we know there had been arguments. 5 seconds before impact, the accelerator is pressed all the way down. Pressure on the brake, the building is seconds away. Mackenzie's foot stays planted, and then impact. Metal twists, glass shatters, and the force of the collision sends a boom echoing through the industrial park. What happened next would shock the entire world. If you believe the truth matters, if you think stories like this should be seen and heard, take a moment to hit the like button so more people discover it. Subscribe for more cases that demand answers. And drop your thoughts in the comments. Your voice is part of the conversation. Before we go any further, I want to say this. May you, your family, and everyone you care about be protected from tragedies like this. May your journeys be safe, and may the people you love always come home. Strongsville, a quiet suburb 20 miles southwest of Cleveland, known for good schools, family homes, and safe streets. In the summer of 2022, this community of about 45,000 was living its usual rhythm. But the crash on that July morning would leave scars that still haven't healed. Mackenzie Shirilla was a rising senior at Strongsville High School. Friends described her as fashionable, outgoing, and fun-loving. On social media, she posted photos with friends, light-hearted TikTok clips, and shots of her with Dominic. To the outside world, she was just another teenager navigating relationships, school, and dreams of adulthood. parents, Natalie and John Shirilla, were well known in the community. They supported her cheerleading and school events, celebrated her achievements, and, like most parents, wanted her to have a bright future. Dominic Russo, at 20, was older and in a different phase of life. He'd graduated, worked part-time, and was figuring out his next steps, maybe starting a business, maybe traveling. Friends said he was easygoing but fiercely loyal to those he loved. Davian Flanagan, 19, had graduated from Strongsville High in 2021. He'd been a football player, known for his sense of humor and generosity. He'd recently started work as an apprentice welder. That morning, he had no idea the ride he was taking would be his last. The Camry speeds down Albion Road, then turns onto Progress Drive. A surveillance camera from a nearby business catches the moment. A blur of silver cutting through the quiet dot inside. Dominic stares forward. Davian glances between the road and Mackenzie. Whatever's going through their minds in these final seconds will never be fully known. The building looms larger. 5 seconds. 4. 3. No brakes. Just the gas pedal pinned. Impact. The front of the Camry crumples. The engine block shifts. Back into the cabin. Glass explodes outward, scattering across the lot. The airbags deploy instantly. Silence. Then the wail of sirens growing louder. Strongsville police and fire arrived within minutes. Dominic and Davian were pronounced dead at the scene. Mackenzie was found injured but alive. She was pulled from the wreckage and taken to the hospital. Officers noticed there were no skid marks, no sign of an attempt to stop. That detail stuck with them. Strongsville police launched an investigation immediately. They retrieved the vehicle's event data recorder, the black box, and what they found was damning. In the final seconds before the crash, Mackenzie's accelerator was pressed fully, the brake untouched. A slipper was discovered lodged under the accelerator. Toxicology results showed THC in her system. Sergeant Patrick Gerke said publicly, "This was not an accident. This was an intentional act." The case went to trial in 2023. Mackenzie chose a bench trial before Judge Nancy Margaret Russo. The prosecution argued this was murder, an intentional act to end Dominic's life. Possibly after relationship tensions, Prosecutor Michael O'Malley told the court she morphs from a responsible driver to literally hell on wheels. The defense countered, claiming it was an accident, perhaps triggered by a medical episode. Mackenzie's parents, Natalie and John, sat behind her every day, their faces drawn with worry. In court, Dominic's and Davian's families listened as Forensic crash experts explained the speed, the gas pedal, and the absence of braking. In August 2023, Judge Russo found Mackenzie guilty on all 12 counts, including 2 counts of murder. At sentencing, the judge said, "This was not reckless driving. This was murder." She was given life in prison, but in September 2024, the Ohio Supreme Court refused to hear the case. In 2025, her parents gave interviews, claiming new evidence pointed to a possible seizure or medical cause for the crash. They insisted their daughter was not a killer. 2 families buried their sons. One family watched their daughter go to prison. A community was left divided, some seeing justice, others seeing a tragedy compounded by the justice system. Share your thoughts in the comments. Was this justice served, or was there more to the story? Subscribe for more deep dives into real cases that matter. And finally, I pray you and your loved ones are safe tonight, tomorrow, and always.